Hi, everyone. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful holiday this week. If you celebrate Christmas, I hope it was lovely. That eclipse was not a joke at all. I spent a lot of time with some new Twitter family that came out during the last couple of months. I've really connected with some people on Twitter, and we're all really doing the same thing. We all did a lot of the same type of purging during this eclipse. I'm physically purging now. There was a lot of emotional stuff that came up, and now I woke up this morning and I'm kind of under the weather. I feel okay, like I physically, like energetic wise, I have energy. I'm fine. That way I just sound really funny and my voice is starting to go. So I'm trying to be really patient with myself and calm. I am still working though. So don't you guys worry, those who bought the one question readings. I am still working. I'm drinking my honey lemon water. It seems to be working so far. And I have a transformer weapon on my table that Jack left for me. So I'm good. I'm good. I still have the cell phone, because I actually cleaned up my table and my altar and stuff yesterday. Or even it was either yesterday or it was either Christmas Day or the day before. It might have been Christmas Day. But I put the cell phone, the Lego cell phone that he still had here, and now I have a transformer gun. So I have I have my youngest son's energy with me at the table all the time. So yeah, that eclipse, and really I want you guys to honor everything that came up during that eclipse. I know that I'm not the only one that is dealing with mom stuff right now. A lot of stuff came up in the relationship between me and my mom. I'm not going to get really into it because it's kind of personal nature. But if you also are, I know a couple of my friends, like 2 or 3 of my friends are really they're having revelations about their mother that they didn't previously have, and now they're dealing with that. And I want you guys to remember that the moon represents the feminine. And with that eclipse, with Jupiter hitting the south node, conjuncting the south node, and we have the Saturn and Pluto conjunction happening just in a couple of weeks. Of course, there will be issues around the feminine. There will be issues. There will be a lot of healing and a lot of purging when it comes to the divine feminine, because we rose so much this year. The divine feminine, in huge, huge ways, really rose up this year. And it's been a long time coming. And so the feminine side that is still stuck in the old ways, and the feminine side that is still the feminine energy that is in that victim mentality and won't get out of it, or is not wanting to get out of it, they're going to have some really hard times right now. And I realized that that victim mentality has been projected upon me for my entire life, and I refuse to do that to myself anymore. I refuse to live in a victim mentality. I never really have lived in a victim mentality. So I'm not going to start now. And so there's a lot of interesting things coming up with the mother figure, whether it's your grandma, whether it's your mom, whether it's your stepmom. Honor those feelings. You please don't feel guilty. Please do not feel guilty for the feelings and the situations that are coming up right now. That was one of the things that I really struggled with yesterday, was feeling guilty because, like, my mom, like, I almost want to cry. Like, I can't, the Virgo's not going to cry on camera. I mean, my mom, she's my mom, right? And you don't want to have to see that side. You don't want to have to see that part of your life. But I really, really recognized something this week. And it was for my betterment. It was for my health and my growth and my evolution and my prosperity and the betterment of my soul. And so honor those feelings, and don't let yourself, and it's still happening. Like, the moon is sextiling Mars. It's conjuncting Saturn, and the moon is conjuncting Pluto all today. The moon is still in Capricorn. It is void. So if you're not having to work because because Christmas was this week and you get the day off, don't do anything. Like if you don't have to do anything, I would take today off. Because emotionally though, that stuff is still purging. Now the sun is conjunct Jupiter. So the sun is in Capricorn. It is conjunct Jupiter. And it's exact right now, actually. It's exactly conjunct Jupiter. So, and it's trining Uranus. So there is this like get up and go. That's probably why I have energy, even though, because I know Jupiter's actually aspecting my chart, my own personal natal chart, where Jupiter is right now. It's aspecting it in an amazing way for another couple of weeks for me. So I think I'm going to have energy whether I'm sick or not. like if I even tried to lay in bed right now, I would be so restless. There's no way that I would be able to do it. So the next best thing for me is to be here for you guys. And in advance, I know everybody's going to say, I hope you feel better soon. Thank you very much in advance to all of you who do that. And the donations that came through, like I want to cry with it. I'm so emotional right now. But it's all in a good way. It's in a really good way. Thank you so much for the beautiful donations. I was not expecting, there were times this year that I wanted to shut the channel down, and I was very close to doing it. But I know that, I know that I'm supposed to be doing this. So thank you for that and for being there for me this year. It was really great. Sorry, hold on a second. I can't do this in front of you guys. Hold on. Okay, I can't, like, it would have just kept going. If I didn't stop the camera and pull myself together, I would have cried through the rest of the whole reading. And I don't want to do that. I want to read the cards for you guys. It's been a couple of days. So anyways, thank you very much for all of your support and your love. This is the best time of my life. Like I'm really, really fascinated and amazed with how everything has grown in the last couple of years, and I couldn't have done it without you guys. So there you go. Work stuff. Still pulling myself together. Work stuff. Okay. $30 one question readings. I think I have like 3 left on the web, 2 or 3 left on the website. I will be sending those out tomorrow and Sunday. So if you want to get a really fast reading, today is the day to get it. The workshop, you only have 5 days left to get all of the meditations in January for free. If you register for the next self-alignment workshop that's coming, if you're a patron on Patreon, the workshop is 50% off. You can get that code. If you are part of the Everything and More tier, you can get that code to get the 50% off. Because Patreon members get all of the meditations. They pay for all the meditations every month anyway. So, but that code is only good until December 31st at 11:59 Eastern Standard Time. So it will be cut off then, so you can't get that anymore. And the pre-order for the workshop will be cut off at, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, what else? If you would like to be a part of the meditation on Sunday, we are going to do a huge releasing ceremony for the meditation on Sunday. Bring your candles, bring your sage, bring your Palo Santo wood, bring your crystals, bring everything. We are going to release, expect tears. I will probably cry. It's been a very emotional week, and I don't get emotional easily. And at the end of the day, I'm still a Virgo, so it's very hard for me to show that, and I'm a Virgo Venus. It's very hard for me to show that emotion to other people. Like, I'll do it in like I was yesterday. You better believe that I was crying all day yesterday. Like, I was purging all day yesterday. So what I do behind closed doors, I'm really like I am really allowing myself. For those of you that are concerned that I'm not allowing myself, I just don't do it in front of the camera. This 30 minutes is not my entire day. It's not my entire day. So yeah, so all of those things I do. Oh, and for the next 5 days, I will also have the 30-minute, you can either get it live or recorded, those readings will be available on sale. The jewelry, I still have some rings, you guys. Come on. This stuff is going to be on sale for 5 more days. Better get it. Better get it before it's gone. Use that Christmas money. Get yourself something. And I think that's it. Whew. Woof. Oh, look at this cute cup I got, you guys. I have to show this off. So Ryan got me. It says Virgo. And it has the constellation. And then on the other side, I think I might have to go get some of these and like give them away as gifts. Wise, loving, well-spoken. Like get everybody's sign, get like one for each sign, and then just start doing like a giveaway, like once a month for the entire year. So we'll probably start with Aquarius, right? Giveaway. See who wants it. I actually picked that up to take a drink. All right, guys, let's look at the cards. We're just taking things easy. Oh, they're upside down. We can't have that. I like the first card that came out. And I like, the reason why I like that first card coming out is because it's really good reassurance. I feel like some of us, especially after the holidays, I don't do it anymore, but I do know that some people really stress themselves out to make sure that everybody is taken care of for Christmas and during the holidays. Yeah, this is all about money. And being in Capricorn season, you know, Capricorn rules the 10th house, and the 10th house is about career and purpose and focus and all the things, right? So you have to, right now, pay attention to the coins. Pay attention to how you're using the coins. This might be a lesson that some of us are learning right now. Very hard lesson that all of this really karmic activity in Capricorn is bringing us. So we have the 10 of Pentacles, we have the 6 of Pentacles, and we have the 3 of Pentacles. I want you to notice how they start to get smaller. 10, 6, 3, right? Pay attention to things like that. I feel like this is saying that if you start giving your money away recklessly right now, you're going to have to start fresh and start all over again. And maybe that's what you want to do. Maybe you are purging your entire life right now so you can rebuild from the ground up. So you can rebuild from the bottom. Oh, yes. Here we are. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups. Let's get one more card. I'm feeling one more card. I'm hearing one more card. So we are very much learning. Oh, and more Pentacles, you guys. Like the focus. It's so interesting that this is happening. Because I said this morning, I'm like, now I'm physically purging. Like with the cold and with the voice and all the things, right? Now I'm physically purging. I was emotionally, spiritually, and mentally purging this whole week, and now I'm physically purging. And so these coins could represent that as well. It could be that you started with a very strong and very sturdy foundational, because our body is our temple, right? We are not our body. We are a soul, and we are having a human experience. Our body is not us, right? But it is something that was gifted to us. And so that's why we call it a temple. That's why we are to take care of it. And our body and our spirituality and our emotional status and our mental status, like, you know how it feels when you're really sick or when you're hurt or you're injured or you're in the hospital. Imagine those people that go through chronic pain every single day. Your spirit can easily be broken down when your body is not working correctly. And that's something that I learned this year. I had to completely cancel my West Coast tour because I was not healthy. Because I couldn't travel for 2 weeks straight with the body that I had given myself, right? So this may not, think about that. With Pentacles, it's a physical thing, right? So this may, if you're not prospering right now, this could be, your environment, this could be money, this could be a job, or it could really just be your physical vessel that you're in right now. There's a sense of really wanting to get grounded. So we have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups. So the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine are working here together. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is trying to, she's trying to remain, how do I put this? She's trying to remain balanced and receptive, it feels like. Because the King of Cups feels like he's like the masculine right now feels like they're really going through a lot of emotions as well. Are they showing it as much? Because I know of a couple of masculines that have been showing some emotion. But if you're a masculine energy out there in the world right now, and you're not honoring because honor is the word for 2020. Allow was the word for 2019, right? And now we have to honor all of those things that we've allowed ourselves to have in our life. Now we have to honor that. It's like holding your boundaries steady, holding your boundaries firm. You're now honoring yourself. Is the masculine honoring himself right now? And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. So for me, I feel like this is saying, if you allow yourself to do things the way that, like in a much needed way, where you're taking the steps forward, you're grounding yourself each time, you're not skipping the steps, we can get back to the Ten of Pentacles, but that Ten of Pentacles is going to look different. Whether that's in physical form, whether that's in your environment, whether that's a job, whatever it is. Whatever this represents, whatever the Pentacles in life represents for you. Let's see what this Ten of Pentacles is. Yeah. And here's the thing is, for some of you, this Ten of Pentacles is a very karmic situation that has always sort of baffled you. So we have the Devil and the Seven of Cups on the Ten of Pentacles. This situation, it's like you could never really figure it out. Like, why am I having to go through this? Why do I have to deal with this situation? But now you're sort of being shown what that is. And it really, and a lot of people, while this purging, while all of this karmic activity is happening in Capricorn right now, a lot of people are recognizing that Ten of Pentacles, the way they thought their Ten of Pentacles, the way they thought their life was supposed to look, and the way that it was supposed to be, you know, we've talked about this before. The way that Ten of Pentacles was supposed to look is not actually the way it's really supposed to look. And so, some of you may not really know how to feel about that. You're like, but this is all I know. This is all I have, and this is all I know. So what do I do there? On the Six of Pentacles, oh, I love it. You just, and see, here's the thing. So we have the Fool and we have the Knight of Swords on the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is already asking you, where are you placing your energy? Are you giving it to people, places, and things that are no longer serving you? Or are you giving it to people, places, and things that are building you up just as much as you build them up? And then we have the Fool and the Knight of Swords on the Six of Pentacles. Don't impulse buy anything in life. And when I say that, I don't mean like going to the mall and just, you know, buying everything that you see in the windows, right? I don't mean going on Amazon and just being like, I'm going to get everything in my wish list. That's not what I'm talking about. Impulse buying can happen in a lot of ways. Impulse buying is texting the person and texting somebody when you're angry, when you're drunk, when you're sad, when you are not centered and at peace. Texting somebody, impulse buying. When you like starting a conversation out of anger and not from a place of peace. And this is the thing that I'm teaching in the workshop. So in the next workshop we do in January, it starts in January. And it's so funny because I already got the idea for my next workshop, and it has to do with the fear of finances and material items. But that's not going to come until later this year. So until later 2020. One step at a time. But it came to me this morning and I loved it. Like when I was in meditation this morning, boom, got the idea for my next work. And I love how spirit does that. Because this workshop that I'm doing in January came to me in the middle of the last workshop that I was doing. If you didn't get to watch the workshop in 2019, the self-alignment workshop in 2019, please get the replay for that. You will not be sorry. And everything that I teach in the workshops, I legit live my life through it. You guys are getting all of the firsthand experiences that Betsy has in life to live a happy, peaceful, content, mindful existence. And you can manifest from that place. You can be abundant from that place more than any other place. But when you impulse buy, and so that's what I'm going to teach in the next workshop, is how to not impulse buy. Don't impulse text. Don't impulse have a conversation. Don't do things out of another emotion other than absolute peace in your soul. And if that means you have to walk away, I mean, yes, there are arguments in life. Yes, there are arguments in life. People have arguments. But when somebody is projecting onto you and you get triggered and you become angry or you become sad or you have that emotion come up, and this is something that happened to me this last week, and I did not do very well with it. And I had to be kind and gentle with myself and say, it is okay. That has been building up for a very, very long time. When you can tell the projection is karmic and you take a step back and you see the situation for what it actually is and not for the trigger. When you see it with the removal of ego, instead of impulse buying, it's like freedom. And you can go, oh, I get it now. And that's where I have to start from. I have to start from that place of peace and not the impulsivity. Is that a word? Did I just make up a word? Or I don't even know if that's a word. Don't come from a place of impulse. Let's see. And a lot of people, like when they're sad or when they are angry at their, like at their ex-boyfriends or something, like they'll go off and they'll make a Tinder account, or they'll they'll go out to the bar with their friends that night. I need to release. I need to go dancing. I need to go drinking because I'm so angry right now. And then you meet somebody and you have an extremely karmic relationship with that person and they trigger you even more. Cycle, right? So now is the time to stop doing that to yourself. I say that. I used to be that person. See how much more stable of a life you can have when you allow yourself to come. And here's the thing. It's about choosing again. It's about accepting where you are and saying, you know what? This does not have to become a thing. But that Ace of Pentacles on the Three of Pentacles, whether this is actual money that we're talking about, actual material items, actual finances, if this is your physical form, or if this is just life in general, you starting from a place, ground zero, Three of Pentacles, and allowing yourself to have the people that you can trust in your life, that's going to bring you way more than if you impulse yourself. Don't make a decision. Don't impulse buy. Don't make a decision based on your emotions in that moment. So, King of Cups. Okay. So the masculine, it's interesting. It's like, so the divine feminine, it could be the divine feminine. The feminine Queen of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Cups on the Queen of Pentacles. Here's the thing, you guys, is This Queen of Pentacles has so much to offer and so much to give, but if the King of Cups isn't around to receive it, and maybe it's that you don't, maybe as a feminine out there, you don't know who your masculine is. And maybe that's why the High Priestess, and you know that your masculine is coming, or you can feel the manifestation of your masculine coming, but you're not entirely sure when, where, how. The High Priestess, it's very interesting. It feels like the Queen of Cups wants to offer some kind of love and affection, and but yet here we are. And I feel like a lot of this has to do with the divine feminine needing to remain balanced and the divine masculine needing to remain balanced in a very independent kind of way, and then come together after they have found their balance. And that doesn't mean that their lives are perfect before they find each other, because you still have a lot of lessons to learn with that partner, right? If you don't know who this is yet, right? If you don't have a partner, or you don't have your partner in crime, or you don't know who your life or divine partner is, sometimes you have to accept that you still sort of have a little bit of life to live before that person shows up. Let's see. The Two of Swords on the Eight of Pentacles. I'm actually hearing, I don't know where to start. I don't know what steps I need to take. I don't know what direction I need to go in. I don't know how I'm supposed to proceed. And then I heard with caution. You have to proceed with caution. Here's the thing, you guys. It's not about knowing where you're going. It's not about knowing the destination. We have a lot of different destinations in life. That's why when I say, because somebody corrected me one time when I said, there is no destination. There is no one destination. There are a whole bunch of destinations that we go through in life. And it's all about the journey. And it's all about the lessons that you're learning. And it's all about how you are teaching and receiving information from everybody in your life. We have become a society where we are very scared of each other. We are very, there's been a fear mongering. I know my entire life, there's been a fear mongering. Be afraid, be afraid, be afraid of everyone, be afraid of everyone. You don't have to be afraid of everyone. You can be open and vulnerable, but it depends on the kind of energy you're holding in your body, who you'll attract. The reason why we don't want to be open and vulnerable, and the reason why we don't want to see where we're going, because this is a person who doesn't want to see how to do it. They want to just rush right in and complete it, right? The Two of Swords on the Eight of Pentacles, that's somebody that doesn't even want to see the process. They just want to see the destination. They want to see what that Ace of Pentacles is, but they won't be able to see that Ace of Pentacles coming if they don't open their eyes, if they don't unblindfold themselves. I know that I was fear-mongered my entire life. When you hold an energy where you don't particularly like yourself, or you don't, because people will be like, I love myself. I know who I am. I love myself. But they say it in a really, nobody's ever going to fucking bother me. They say it in a really bitter way. That's not loving yourself. That's putting up a brick wall because of the fear mongering, because you don't trust anybody with your emotions, with your heart. When you're vulnerable, you allow your shadow side to come in. You allow yourself to heal. You allow yourself to see the darkest and the hardest and the worst parts of who you are, and you stop being that person. And even if you don't stop being that person right away, you're gentle with yourself. You don't push yourself. And you just heal, and you let yourself heal. And that's how you build with this Eight of Pentacles. Now, if this is work and business and environment, I feel like you're putting out your receptors. If this is work and if somebody's trying to find a new job and this is work, I feel like you're putting your receptors out there with the Six of Pentacles in the wrong places. I feel like the place that would be best for you, it's almost as if you don't want to see it because you're like, no, that's not going to be a good fit for me. Or you refuse to believe that somebody's holding themselves back. They would rather have the quick fix, or somebody is not realizing that they're in the middle of a journey and they're about to take a job just to have money or just to have this. And sometimes we have to do that in life. We have to do that to survive, but somebody's settling. Somebody is settling for something that is less than what is right for them. Sometimes we have to settle, but if there's absolutely any way that you do not have to settle right now, I feel like there's something better coming along. You just can't see it. I feel like there's something better coming along. Ace of Pentacles, whoever that message is for. I feel like there's a better job offer coming along. There's more money coming along. Now is not the time for you to settle. Settling now will increase the karmic activity of that situation you're settling for. Whether that's a relationship, whether that is a job, whether that's a house. Like, if you are settling for anything right now because you don't want to be in the situation you're in right now, you will learn a lesson in it. I'm just saying the karmic activity. All right, I'll stop. No more lecturing, Betsy. All right, I love you guys. I hope that you are having a good end of the week so far. It is Friday. I kept forgetting that it was Friday. Please be gentle and kind with yourselves, as I always say. Please love on yourself first and foremost before you're loving on anybody else. And get a reading. Get a reading from me. I am working. I am a little under the weather, but I still have energy, so I'm still working. I love you guys. Have a really wonderful day and take good care. Bye.